Okay, so welcome to the exploratory data analysis subject. So we will have three part of the video, and this is a part one. So you have to watch the part two and the part three also. So the exploratory data analysis here is it will talk about how we explore a data instead of how we pre-process the data, because there are also another subject that learn about how to process the data. The subject is called data wrangling. So we will talk about what is the main core of the exploratory data analysis, part one. This is the outline of the video. We will have the definitions, data requirement, data collection, data processing, and data cleaning. We have the five outline here. So let's talk about the definition first. The definition related to the understanding data science. So if we study a data science, we have to mastering another subjects such as computer science, data statistics, and mathematics. Why? Because data science is a collaboration this for between the these four aspect. We have to master our coding, we have to master our statistics theory, and we have to master our mathematics. There are several phases of data analysis, including data requirements, data collection, data processing, data cleaning, and exploratory data analysis, and then modeling and algorithm, and data product and communication. These phases, there are five steps for data processing here. Data requirements until data cleaning. We will study it in the data wrangling section or data wrangling subject. In exploratory data analysis, we will talk about how to explore the data, how to get the insight from the data. And after we get the insight will go to the modeling and algorithm. After the modeling and algorithm, we can create a production through from our model and communicate with the stakeholder. These phases are similar to CRISP or cross industry standard process for data mining, or we can acronym it CRISP framework in data mining. Okay, so you have to master of all the aspect, and also you have to understand what is CRISP in the data mining field work. So next slide, we have data requirements here. It is important to comprehend what type of data is required for the organization to be collected, curated, and stored. It is required to categorize the data, numerical or categorical, and the format of storage and dissemination. So yeah, as a data scientist, you have to understand what customer want, and then you have to understand what stakeholder want. So you have to build a communication between you and your customer, and then you have to understand the type of the data you already study in the first semester. There are some types of the data such as numerical and categorical, and then the numerical and categorical also have the type in the classification in that classification. So you have to understand what is the numerical or categorical data. With understanding the type of the data, we can decide what is the method we used, what is the EDA, what is the exploration we used based on the type of the data. So yeah, at first we need two data requirements in terms of what is the customer want or what is the stakeholder want. And then after we get the information, we can go through the classification of the data. It means you have to understand what the type of the data, numerical or categorical. So after this phase, you can go to the next phase. Next for the data requirements is data collection. After you have know about the data requirements, and then you will collect the data. You can use a survey methods. You can use a survey. You can use a sample method, or you can use a online survey is also helpful for a data collection. Data collected from several sources must be stored in the correct format. So there are several formats here, but the common one is GSV, comma separated value. So I recommend you to use a .csv format as your data stored in the storage, and then transferred to the right information technology personnel within a company. So the data requirement, after a data requirement, you have to collect the data through the survey, through the sampling, through the online survey, and then you must store it with the correct format such as CSV, and then transfer it to the right information technology personnel in the company, and then you can use the data after you store it in the storage. Okay, so after we collect the data, we go to the data processing step. In this step, processing involves the process of pre-creating the data sets before actual analysis. Common tasks involve correctly exporting the data sets, placing them under the right tables, structuring them, and exporting them in the correct format. So yeah, the raw data or the raw material we get from the audience or from the people, we call it raw data, and then we need to process first, process first to be a good data. For example, if someone write down gender, if we gender, then someone will answer F, and then someone will answer M. So we need to process it to become a good format. For example, we can use a F as a 0 or M as a 1, and then we store it to the table, structure table, contains a lot of variable or a lot of characteristics. We can say it variable, let's say gender, and then age, and etc. And then we save it using a, and then after we process a data, we can save back the data to our storage, and then the data process is done. The main goals of the data processing is we want to have a clean data. We want to have a clean data. As a clean data, we can analyze it. Preprocessed data must be correctly transformed for an incompleteness check, duplicates check, error check, and missing value check. And then these tasks are performed in the data cleaning stage, which involves responsibilities such as matching the correct records, finding inaccuracies in data sets, and understanding the overall data quality, removing duplicate items, and filling in the missing value. So after we do all of these steps, such as removing a missing value, and then fixing the duplicate items, and then finding the inaccuracy, we can save back our data or resave the data, and then we name it as a data cleaning. So after we clean the data, we will do the ADA process. So the video is stop from here. I hope you understand about the basic of the ADA in the part 1. So see you on the next video.